Hello and welcome back to my ongoing revisitation of Half-Life 2. It's one of my favorite first-person experiences, FPSs of all time, and I'm very much enjoying this excuse to just go through the game bit by bit. Obviously, we don't want to go for a new game. We go for to load our game. And we're on Highway 17, and I think we're just about to go into one of my favourite sections of Highway 17, which, with uh, with a bit of pop culture hindsight, as it were, reminds me a little bit, just a little bit, of aspects of The Walking Dead. But obviously, that wasn't a thing. Oh no, got stuck. Wasn't a thing when this game was new. Honestly, what? There we go. It'd be nice if this car had some working headlights. Although it does have. Hang on. This needs investigating. Hang on, I'm going to get out as soon as I've loaded. Now, does this vehicle have? It does. It has headlights. Why don't they work? That's annoying. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Now this whole area, yeah, it's very atmospheric, and I absolutely loved it when I first played it. When I would come back to this game over and over. But it makes me think of The Walking Dead. These sort of scenarios that they set up in that show, and also in Fear the Walking Dead as well. Where instead of zombies, we have head-crabbed people. Good afternoon, Matteo. Nice to see you. Nice. Oh, some life. Oh, and a burnt corpse as well. Lovely. Lovely. And I seem to recall looking back at this section, it just scared me. You know, all the noises are that bit more contained because you're in the tunnel. And when you hear something like that, that's scary. You hear one of the rabid evolved monsters calling in the distance. Now, of course, I knew I had to go through that air vent. I just wanted to try the door. You know, sometimes in a computer game, you just want to role play, don't you? You want to go, oh no, I can't get through the door. Looks like I'm going to have to find another way in. Come on, head crab, do your worst. Oh, okay. Look at that. It's just all a bit scary, isn't it? A flashing light. Actually, it reminds me of a section very early on in Half-Life 1 where there's an office that's been compromised. The light's flickering on the wall, and I think there's a guy dead at a computer, I seem to recall. Anyway, let's have a look. Oh, these two dead. If there's one thing looking back I would criticise the Half-Life 2 engine for, or certainly their use of the engine, is the lack of variation in people. Everyone looks very, very similar to each other. So what was the benefit of coming in here? There must be something. Or maybe it's just because there's ammo that I could pick up. Okay, but I don't need it at the moment. Well, I shall use my gravity gun. Or shall I? No, maybe it's best to keep that closed just in case. I need to use this to escape. no. Noise draws them. Oh, I hate it and I love it at the same time. Shotgun, shotgun, shotgun now. Thank you. Oh, it's excellent. You still hear them calling out to the evolved ones. I don't think I would have used my my crowbar in my first playthrough. I don't think I would have had the confidence to do that. It would have all been, you know, shotgun. I think my heart would have been pounding a little bit more in my chest if I didn't know what was going on. I know what to expect. But it's just a great setup, isn't it? It's the sort of thing. It's the sort of thing you dread. It makes me think of yeah, exactly. When you first played it, you were so scared in this part. So was I, and it makes me think of 28 Days Later, like early on in that game. In that game, in that film, they're trying to get out of London, and the cab breaks down in the bottom of a tunnel, and they have to try and make their way through the tunnel and change the tyre, all while infected are chasing them down. It's just terrifying. To clear the way. I think that might do the trick. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Walked into a truck because I couldn't see it. And there's no flashlights on this thing. There's no headlights. Which I find so weird. Oh. Can't afford to do that. There we go. Driving towards the darkness. Or the light-ish. That wasn't as bad as I remembered it being. Oddly enough. Incidentally, if at some point the music or the sound effects are too loud compared to my voice, please do let me know, because at the moment they look kind of equal on the stream, and I never quite know if that means that one's drowning the other out. So feel free to complain. Oh no, the truck is too heavy to be gravity gunned. I don't think I've ever been down onto this beach here. Can I go down to the beach? Will I be able to get back? Let's have a look. It's quite nice, isn't it? Although again, we're seeing that limitation of the time. This sort of slightly limited draw distance going on. Ah, one of our Underground Railway members has had his face eaten off, quite literally. Oh dear. Now, how do I get back up onto the road? That's the question. Have I trapped myself on the beach? Tune in next time. No. Anyway, hopefully we'll be able to solve this problem today. There we go. That's how we get off the beach. Reminds me of my youth. Walking along real and pristine seafront with a crowbar in my hand. Ooh, that's okay. I'll bring the car down here then. Let's take a look. Speaking of which, I came across the other day a poo foam crowbar. You can get a what looks like a metal crowbar, like a prop, but made out of foam. I'm really tempted, just so I can walk around Gordon Freeman style. Not out and about, but it might be fun to drive around to walk around in the house with a crowbar. Could be fun for a video at some point. So past the tree and down here. There's a ship. Oh, it's music. I thought it was an incoming spaceship. Good afternoon, Mr. Beck. I was just wondering whether or not I should get a lifelike foam crowbar for my own edification and enjoyment around the house. Okay, I'm missing a whole section up there of the building, so I'll go up here and turn around. Oh! Oh wow, they've been burning bodies here. That's grim, isn't it? Although this body looks more like a torso from a I don't know, a Silent Hill clothes shop, I guess. But nonetheless, I think they've been burning bodies. Not good. Not good in the least. Let's see. Looks like they were clearing out this house then. Oh, there's a very pixelated padlock on the door there, but can't get in. Okay, never mind. Padlock that's made out of wood. The padlock was painted onto the door. Goodness me. That's the trouble with these games. I don't want to miss any of the level. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Sadly, I think you might have missed the best part of the of Highway 17, certainly as far as I'm concerned. Ah, gravestones. Ooh. Without names on them. Creepy. The tunnel section, we have to clear out the dark tunnel before you can proceed. That's it's always been one of my favourite sections of the whole drive along the coast. Wow, so the door was locked. It looks like these guys... Oh. Ah, okay. That's weird, isn't it? Look at that. Anyway. Looks like someone blew a hole in the wall. From the inside, maybe? I don't know. Hard to say. Presumably from the inside. Anyway. Hello? Going through your kitchen. Blood on the floor. Lovely. Who's doing takeaway at this point? I mean, you've got noodle boxes in these places. It would be a good purchase. Yeah, I'm tending to agree with you. The only thing is, I'd also have to get a real crowbar so that I actually have a useful crowbar. Because it'd be a real shame if one day I needed a crowbar and all I had was a foam crowbar. A faux bar? Foam faux bar. Last stand up here at the top of the stairs. By the look of it. Unopened packages. Oh no! Gravity gun, gravity gun. Ammo for my crossbow. And that must mean that someone is outside. Presumably. Can I get through here? No, I can't get through the window. Okay. Of course you can't go through the window. What happened there? What happened? What? What? I don't understand what hurt me there. Back off. You feckers. Leave me alone. Oh, maybe they aren't outside. Maybe they were just waiting for me. Well, that was a slightly tragic story in that house. Last stand in the attic. Off we go. So much fun from a distance. Now, who deployed that? Or did it auto-deploy? Where's that coming from? Oh, there we go. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Beck. I do my best. Ah, grenade! Oh no! Ah, in the bathroom! Oh no! No shit. You see, you can compliment me and I can make a rookie mistake like that. I think I did the right thing going behind the guy, but still. Honestly. Itchy nose. Right. The gate is open. Okay. shall proceed. Onward, James. Was it Jeeves? Onward, Jeeves. Oh, very clever. Now, I'm sure I could use that to jump, shouldn't I? Couldn't I? Surely, okay. No, okay. Nice panic. Can't deny there was a bit of panic involved back then. It would be good if you could drive the Combine's cars, wouldn't it? Those troop transport vehicles look pretty good. Pretty sweet. Intriguing. Oh, troop drop. Like that handgun's gonna do anything against this thing. Okay, dropping mines, interesting. Haha, got him. Ah, there you are. Now we need to open this gate, which presumably is attached to that power cable. So we follow the power cable all the way over here. And it's in here, surely. Yeah. Ugh. Oh, such a bad day. Anyway, we put this battery in here. And then, oh, we need one more battery. There must be another battery. Is it in the toilet? No. Ooh, the blood seeped through the floor. Under the wall there. Ugh. If I seem to recall, the battery is underneath here. First time I played this, I had no idea where the battery might be. For a long time. The gate is opening. The way to Rohan is open. Forward. Men of Condor. Which, let's face it, Gordon Freeman would absolutely have read Lord of the Rings at least once. Undoubtedly. Loading. Oh, the lighthouse. The lighthouse is here.
We're
Yep.
picking up radio chatter. They're looking for your car. Get your car in the garage.
I can do that.
Okay, Doc. You'll have to go on foot from here. There's a secret path along the cliffside, but no one's going anywhere until we fight off this attack. Having you
Okay.
here to fight alongside us is going to make a big difference for morale.
Yeah.
Crap. Here come the dropships.
Oh, okay, I need a rocket launcher. I need a rocket launcher. Can anyone give me a rocket launcher? I'm sure there's one around. Check the house. Check the house. Oh no, it's in the lighthouse, isn't it? Eventually, I think. Okay. Getting ahead of myself. Ah, this is good music. Ooh, a roundabout. Nice. Ah! Ah, total waste.
Take this man. Incoming dropship!
Yeah. I suppose we could play the 2 other episodes. Although I have to say, I find the opening of Half-Life 2 Episode 1, I think, a bit difficult, but in terms of navigation, but potentially. Ah! He was already dead when I shot.
Dropship at the lighthouse.
Yeah, dropship at the lighthouse. Do you have a grenade?
It's a gunship!
Okay, into the lighthouse. Downstairs, I think. Crowbar out. Hello, Willem Dafoe's fruitcake, fashionably late.
You'll find the rocket you launcher up in the lighthouse, Freeman!
Oh, up. It's in a lighthouse gunfight. That's a nice detail, nice little architectural detail actually. Something a bit Art Deco about it actually. About the green metal there. Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. Up. I remember at the time thinking this was a very strange lighthouse space. It's built to accommodate the proportions of Gordon Freeman, as it were, looking up it. But no lighthouse, I think, no lighthouse actually looks like this on the inside. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. But you know, after years of watching Round the Twist, I have a certain affinity for lighthouse interiors. Where's the rocket launcher? Maybe it's right at the top. Hang on, look at where? I can't know. Where? Oh no, I have the rocket launcher. I just need rocket launcher ammo. Give me ammo. Excellent. There you are. Rats, you got both my grenade launched grenades then. That's a shame. Yes! Ha 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 ha! That bug, once again. That bug in the code that means the dropship goes for the missiles. Very clever. Or very fortunate. Ah! How many more blasters will it take? It's only 10 life. Down to 15 life. Oh no. Right. Anything down here? Oh, there we go. Life down here. Good. Good. Up we go again. Up. Got you through a window. As Jim Carrey would say, loser. Loser. Which on-screen depiction of Spider-Man is my favourite?
Before another gunship finds us.
Oh, that's a good question. When the original Spider-Man came out, obviously this was on the cusp of huge things for comic book movies, you know.
Right.
We had
come with me before another one comes.
Batman Begins was making its presence known.
And watch your step.
Right along where? Oh, thank you. You know, and raising the bar, as it were. Sam Raimi did an excellent job with Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2. And for a long time, I think I would have said Tobey Maguire was pretty darn good, but actually, oh, they're taking the car away. Oh well. The older I've got, the more I've appreciated depictions which are very close to the comics, as opposed to... Because essentially, I think what happened with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is they got slightly lost in the humour a bit too much at times. He was very, very good, but sometimes... oh, there's a facehugger. Sometimes, especially, for example, with the infamous Spider-Man dance in the third film, they completely lost it there, didn't they? I think... what's his chops? Can I remember it? Not Toby. Emma Stone's former boyfriend. Let's face it, she's an important one in those films. I think he was too cool, a little bit cruel actually, as Spider-Man / Peter Parker. He wasn't really. I mean, he was nerdy, but he wasn't a proper nerd. And he enjoyed the power, I think, a bit too much. He enjoyed essentially bullying criminals as opposed to wisecracking. And you could say that actually they couldn't win. They couldn't do right for doing wrong in so much as in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. Tobey Maguire was a relatively quiet Spider-Man. There was a little bit of it, in the fight against Doc Ock in the back. Here's your change, when he swings the money bags back towards Doc Ock.
Hold still, Laszlo. Someone's coming. You there! Stop where you are! Stay on the rocks! Don't step on the sand. It makes the antlions crazy.
Okay.
Laszlo, don't move. No. Help! Dear God. Poor Laszlo.
Poor Laszlo, indeed.
The finest mind of his generation. To come to such an end. We were heading for the Vortigaunt camp, hoping to pick up some bug baits of these damn things and leave us alone. But without Laszlo, what's the point?
Oh dear.
I know you tried to help. I'll stay with him a while. There's something I have to do. Go ahead. And I hope you have better luck than we had.
Blimey, what was going to happen?
Remember to stay off the sand. The antlions are edgy right now.
Will do. And when it came to casting Tom Holland as Spider-Man, I appreciate his athleticism, and I also appreciate the fact that not Laszlo. I appreciate the fact that they gave him a Queen's accent as well, specifically. Tom decided to include that as part of his performance. And so I think Tom Holland does a really quite a good job, but none of them really are Peter Parker. And in that sense, I kind of find myself drawn to the fullness of Spider-Man depictions that we see in Into the Spider-Verse, oddly enough. Because there they can make him move and behave precisely as we imagine Spider-Man would. And of course, Miles Morales in that story is excellent because, and don't laugh, but I love the message at the end of the film that literally anyone can be Spider-Man. In so much as this was one of the first movie depictions of Spider-Man, where they really go into this idea that the mask is there, so you don't know who it is. But if you've got a good heart and you've got a good, you're the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and you happen to have spider powers, then it could be anyone. And I think that worked because for lots of people that was the first time that they were seeing Miles on screen and his story. Plus, as well, I think the depiction of New York is very very fresh in that film. It feels, oh rats. No. It feels very, very welcome, very, very fun, very cool. And that thumping, the use of the music, especially when Miles is building up to actually having confidence in his powers, the way that they use the was it "What's Up Danger"? That song is brilliant. So, long story short, I like most of them, except The Amazing Spider-Man, I think, which is my favourite, though. It's hard to say. I suppose for a long time, the sheer excitement of actually seeing a pretty darn good Spider-Man movie in the shape of a Sam Raimi movie was what kept me going. What was one of the most exciting things I could imagine. And that only got better with Spider-Man 2. So, then again, if you'd asked me back then which was my favourite on-screen Spider-Man, The only other option was the strange TV series, or I think they did a movie version where it really was very dodgy. You know, Spider-Man was climbing along the floor to simulate climbing up buildings, this kind of thing. I can't even remember the name of that one actually. Oh no, it's just another seesaw puzzle. Do I need to balance this guy out? I don't know. Hopefully that makes sense. What about you guys? Do you have a? What do you think of the Spider-Man portrayals? I thought Nick Cage actually in the Spider-Verse was very good as well. Wherever I go, it smells like rain. As a Spider-Man noir. Interesting. Let's see if I can go up here. Yeah. So I need to possibly grab this box. No! No! I pressed completely the wrong button. Okay. Ah, rats. Oh, I see, and there's a... Please block that. Oh, that's so annoying. That is so annoying. Is that enough? It's probably not going to be enough. Well, actually, it is quite a long seesaw, so it is enough. Nice. Nice. I'm happy with that. Now then, can we cross here safely? I see a boat full of equipment down there, supplies. And more supply boxes just over there. Oh, that's frustrating. I can't select the can't use the scope on the crossbow to check out over there. I suppose I can press Z to zoom, but it's not quite the same. Okay. It's not as much fun as using a crossbow. Incidentally, in addition to the 90s Marvel depiction of Spider-Man in the comics, I very much quite like the Ultimate Spider-Man series. I think that's quite a good comic series and depiction of Spider-Man. But of course, I continue to adore that statue that was that's made its way into my collection. It's just a wonderful statue of 90s Spider-Man. So thankful for it. Do I prefer Marvel or DC? There's an achievement for getting through this section without standing on the sand once. Well, I've failed that already. I'd probably say Tobey Maguire, but I have yet to see all the Spider-Man films. I haven't seen the recent Tom Holland one or Into the Spider-Verse. Well, Into the Spider-Verse is now only £5. I saw it today in Tesco when I was getting some bin bags. £5 on DVD. It's a love letter to Spider-Man. And actually, if you're paying attention, it's a really good alternate universe story as well. There's lots of little details. If you can, I'd recommend getting the Blu-ray because it's got lots of wonderful extras on there as well about the art style, about the frame rate, about the actually little details actually in terms of the alternate universe. Do I prefer Marvel or DC? Overall, I think I probably prefer Marvel. Oh, well, I completely failed. I've failed. I've massively failed. Oh my god, get off the sand. Get off the sand. I'm gonna die. Ah! Ah! Run away! Run away! Oh! I've fallen on the sand again. Oh no! This is. Ah! Oh no! Not again! Oh no! Ah! Well, it's an achievement for stepping on the sand loads. Hopefully, maybe. Ah! Ah! That is what happens when you make a definitive statement about whether you like Marvel or DC. Overall, I probably like Marvel more, certainly in terms of their characters and the way that they interact. And I think the Marvel movie universe has helped with that. It's certainly made it more. I've always, for example, I've read Spider-Man stories where Doctor Strange turns up and this kind of thing, but it's put that into context for me in a way which is very helpful. But then again, Batman and the Rogues Gallery is almost unbeatable in terms of an actual one of the heroes' universes. Oh, for goodness sake! Okay, the sand started to rumble, and increasingly, I am starting to venture away from Batman into. I became Nigel Thornberry for a bit there. Into the slightly more obscure DC universe. So, for example, I've become much more interested in John Constantine in recent years than I ever have been before, and that's largely actually because of a very good, for a little while we had a very good local comic book store in Wallsend, Carson's Bazaar. And just through conversations there, having seen the live-action TV series, one of the guys there was like, "Well, you've got to read the story," and he basically recommended that I begin at the beginning, and not least as well because shit goes down in Newcastle. I live in Newcastle, so essentially I live in Wallsend, so. That's kind of exciting as well. Yeah, that Newcastle exists in the DC universe. So I don't know if that's a cop out, but I think I like them for different reasons. But overall, I probably like Marvel the most overall. I'm currently trying to make my way through the the Vampire Batman books, Crimson Reign, etc. And I say trying to make my way through because I keep on being distracted by a Marvel graphic novel instead. Although actually there was a graphic novel recommended to me from. It was on Facebook, but it was the what's it called? It was the was it Eagle Moss or Sideshow? Anyway, one of them were doing a collection of the Batman Trick or Treat storyline, which looked like a lot of fun, and that was only £7 or so. So I kind of ordered that the other day. But I'm having to start implementing a bit of a one-in, one-out policy with graphic novels because ever since I put together that graphic novel cupboard up in our bedroom, it's shown me just how many I have and how many I really want to read as well. So it's going to have to be a case of one in, one out, I think. And if I don't like something, then no. This is what happens when you say you're going to get rid of graphic novels. Go away! Okay, fine. It won't be one in, one out. Blimey. Calm down, antlions. Phew. I swear I was better at this in the past, he says. Now, is it worth trying to get over there for that life or not? Because I've only got 70 health. 30 health, sorry. I need 70 health. Okay, let's give it a go. Let's play the game. And use nice big pieces of stuff. Okay. I suppose DC and also Dark Horse comics are right up my alley when I'm in the mood for something dark, in particular. Also IDW, quite like the IDW output. And was it Dark Horse that did the Crow special edition? I'm afraid I cannot Google that right now. Actually, I can. I have my phone. Just a second. I shall Google that. Let's see. The Crow. Not the Crows. The Crow special edition by James O'Barr. Google's given me all the information except who published it. That's annoying. Let's go to Amazon. Not that it massively matters at this point, but I need to know. Titan Books, apparently. Titan Books. Interesting. Okay. Oh, no. No. No! Thank goodness I grabbed that life first, eh? Well, that was hardly worth it at all. They're coming to buy them from me. And they're like, give us your graphic novels! We'll give you a good price. We need them. Oh, no. Wrong button. It's okay, though. Also, I have a little thing coming in the post soon, which is a project that I backed on Kickstarter. And that was a... is it Blue House or Blue Moon Publishing? A copy of their version of At the Mountains of Madness, which I've already looked at the Ian J. Culbard edition of in a previous video. But this one that looked quite cool. Figured I'd back it, and for quite a modest investment. Not only because of all the stretch goals got met, not only am I getting a hardback copy of the book with my name in the back, but there's also tons of extra artwork and stuff going to be coming with it, and it's on its way now. So when that arrives, I might have to maybe do a live stream unboxing of it. Oh, that could be fun. I could get super excited. Okay. Too close to it. Now, interestingly, yesterday I was playing Kingdom Come on PC, and it's instances like that where you're not quite sure if you're stood on something or not. The Kingdom Come has your back, as it were, because it shows you where your feet are. Right. The door can make it through here, hopefully. There we go. Another door. Ooh. A Half-Life game where you play as a man/woman defending their family during the 7-hour war. Wow. That could be fun. Definitely. Although I think a little bit like, well, actually, I was just going to say a little bit like with Star Trek. I want to see what happens next in the timeline. Yeah, Star Trek Picard delivered that, didn't it? But in Half-Life, I'd like to see what happens next in the timeline. So, given that Alex was a prequel, it'd be nice to see, yeah, essentially Half-Life 3. Now that they're comfortable with the virtual reality direction that they're going in. Yeah, this whole section is very clever because it all the rocks, it feels a bit claustrophobic, and if you've ever been claustrophobic is the wrong word. It feels a bit shit. Ah, no, not again. Oh, crap. I'm just going back on myself as well. Oh no! I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die a horrible death. No, go away. No. No. Anyway, where were we? Right, here we are. Okay. I'm just going to head in this direction. What I was going to say was the rocks make you feel a bit disorientated, and as you're making your way across this no man's land of the sand, you can feel a bit like, oh, how long is this going to take? I'm going to be here forever. It is quite clever. There's rock down there. Okay. Down we go. Grr. Go back up here. Can we go across? We can get across there from over there. Okay. Cool. It's all good. Yeah, exactly. The antlions are they're very helpful. You know, that's what they say. That's what happens when you say it's claustrophobic. They just come to prove your point precisely. You know, they are my best friend. They're not trying to eat me or anything. Can we grab anything else? Yes. There we go. Just need more ground covering materials. Excellent. Oh, and of course there were these guys here all along. All that effort. Okay. But surely this has got to be helpful, hasn't it? Having so much. Look at all that. Ha 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 ha. Now I want to get up there, and I want to get up there. So let us head over there, I suppose. Oh. And put that down there. Now we've got it. Now we're onto it. They might not be your best friends, but they were trying to steal your graphic novels earlier. Well, that's true. Good point. So they're helpful, but they're just not. They're also jealous of graphic novel ownership. And I've known a few people like that. Frankly, I've known family like that. I've still got a few bits and bobs missing from my childhood. Not always in horrible ways. Sometimes it's just people who just forget that I've lent them something, you know. I shall not name them here. But I do try to remind them whenever I see them. Ah! So awkward. Okay, I'll stand on this. There we go. Now, I'm pretty sure in the past I have managed this. Oh no! Wrong button. I have managed to do this, excuse me, without stepping on the sand, this whole section. I think it's because I was much more, essentially, terrified. The fear made me strong. Made me powerful. Ow! Ow!
Minor fracture detected.
Well, I deserve that. Was that a broken nose basically I got from gravity gunning a bookcase to the face? Bookcase to the face. That sounds like it should be like a thrash punk song, doesn't it? Ah! Oh. Oh, ahi, aha. Oh. Hmm. Oh no. Can we grab any of this stuff? Hello? We can't get back up there again. Oh no. So I can see a thumper over there, a boomer in the distance, and I can see that it's attached to the Jenny there. But I don't want to. If I don't have to, I don't want to bring up more antlions. So seems like it's trying to tempt me to be reckless. I will not be reckless. No! Oh no! Oh, I'm trapped! I'm completely trapped. Oh, actually, I'm safe because I'm trapped. Ah-ha-ha. Ah-ha-ha. I shouldn't say things like I'm not going to be reckless, because then, you know, I'm reckless. Okay, let's see if I can... Ladies and gentlemen, this is Lost Poetry, today's Lost Poem. Robert Frost, bookcase to the face. Oh. Strike me down and another will take my place. Shoot. Okay, I'm gonna have to run, gonna have to run, gonna have to run. And then... Ah! Oh, I think I'm still stood on sand, aren't I? No wonder they're still coming for me. Oh no, I can... Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Okay. Well, at least the comedy value is probably strong for you. As if you're watching this stream. Like it's eating all my ammo. They're waiting for me to hand over Watchman. Oh, it's not. It was down there, obviously, but I was up in my graphic novel cupboard. I was going to say, you can take it, you can have it. Oh man, okay, on we go. Let's see, can I? No? How many were there indeed? All that armor you found, gone. One thing I can say is that I have my moments in this game. But also, clearly, I am not elite. Okay, let's see. Do you know what? F it. I've got to. I've balls this up so badly. Into the house, into the house. Oh no, I stood on more sand in the house. That's not fair. I didn't know there was sand in the house. You sods. Okay. No, no, I didn't mean to do that. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. Oh, they pushed me onto the sand again. I'm so sorry. Run, run, run. Get the shotgun. Get the shotgun. Oh, get to the boomer. Get to the boomer. Get to the boomer. Get to the boomer. It's not pretty. It's not pretty, but it works. Yeah. Yeah. Ha 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 ha. Oh man. Get to the boomer. I'm here. Kill me. Do it now. Nicely done. The very strong element of panic. And you know what? I'm beyond being careful. I'm just going to go up here. There we go. Smooth with a capital smooth. Oh, hello. Looks like you guys got done in while you were digging. Okay. What on earth do I do now? Scallion. Give us Batman the Long Halloween. Give us the Batman. Give us the Long Halloween. We know. We know you have it. Incidentally, it seems that every single Batman movie, whenever Hollywood is reporting on, or geek websites are reporting on new Batman films, they're like, turns out that the director is using Batman the Long Halloween as his inspiration. And that may well be true, but it always seems to be the Long Halloween, doesn't it? Oh, I've got no choice. Okay. Down we go. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Oh no. I've got to run away. Yep, take that to the face. Take a bookcase to the face. Oh no. I don't like this at all. I don't like. Oh yay! Someone's shooting at it. Yes, yes, help me, help me. Ah. Oh. Okay. Thankfully, I didn't remember that there was a boss here. There was a big one here, a big one. Rocket launcher! Thank you. Oh, thank you.
The Freeman must follow.
Okay.
The Freeman will do wise to heed our extraction of the Myrmidon's aromatic pheropods. The process is not entirely hygienic, therefore stand aside.
It's entirely hygienic. Yay.
The Freeman will have need of these pheropods on the paths ahead. Gather them now.
Thank goodness. Well, that was the most ugly way to get here, but we managed to get here in the end, which is good. It's like a Batman movie was inspired by the Long Halloween. Yep. I mean, I know obviously Zack Snyder's Batman was certainly taking cues from Frank Miller in terms of visuals. But in terms of story content, it's always the Long Halloween.
Well, Dr. Freeman, you're a regular antlion now.
Yes. Yes, I am. The big guy was jealous that your graphic novel collection was bigger than his. More noodle takeouts as well.
The Freeman must excuse us. It is rude of us to commune by flux shifting in front of those whose vocal inputs are impaired. Yes.
Impaired.
Vocalize in your auditory language as a matter of courtesy. Unless we wish to say unflattering things. Just so.
Fair enough. That's quite funny.
Get going, Dr. Freeman. Nova Prospect is just ahead. One man alone wouldn't stand much chance going in there. But a man with a pack of antlions, well, that's a different story.
Aye, Captain.
The Freeman honors us by his presence. Follow, Freeman. freemen will now be instructed in the use of theropods.
Okay.
Attend now and learn to shepherd ant lions with the so-called bug bait. The freeman will now break out his theropod and toss one into yonder pit. The freeman has done well.
Okay.
The freeman can also coax his ant lion to attack specific targets. Observe the training mannequin and mark it well with another theropod. The freeman again excels in all tasks.
Something annoys me about the theropod. In the last chapter, all your weapons get destroyed, including that. But how? I thought it was organic rather than man-made. Good point. Good point. Yeah. Hang on, where's he gone? Oh. Of course, when you squish it, they come running with the right mouse.
Apply pressure to your theropod to signal the ant lions in your command to follow you. The freeman shows his excellence in all things. And now this one must bid the freeman farewell. Nova Prospect lies just beyond. Remember well what you have learned here. The Eli Vance has greatest confidence in you.
Of course, Eli has been caught and taken to Nova Prospect, hasn't he? On we go. Onward, ever upward, never backward, rarely down. Loading. Oh, yes, of course. My second webcam arrived today. Well, a couple of days ago. I used it yesterday, and this is going to be very useful for doing the long-awaited and long-talked-about badge banner stream, but also other stuff like drawing, etc., making. So I want to be able to use the second webcam in these streams. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. Incidentally, the Advent full HD 1080p webcam is the one that I particularly like, because it's got, you know, a fairly passable picture, and it would normally be about only £20 in PC World or something, but because life is as it is at the moment, webcams are very expensive, so I ended up paying like 40 odd quid, plus with postage on eBay for it. So, but it is what it is. So now, of course, the boomers are not our friends. Need to go turn off the boomers.
Priority warning. Outland stabilization force 6 Nova Prospect. Perimeter restricted.
Looking forward to this.
Priority
Should be fun.
warning. Perimeter restricted disengaged. Priority warning. Perimeter restricted disengaged. All stabilization delegates move to incursion Part.4.
This is fun. I like it. I like it. So once you don't have to fear the ant lions, they're actually quite good fun. More intense music. Look at that effect as well on the shield, the sort of the force field. It's very cool. I like it. Have I played The Last of Us? I have. I'm actually about third of the way through, I think, at this point. I'll talk about it in just a second.
Alert. Don't cancel. Execute Execute containment procedure as required.
It's nice that the doors on these pods are just big enough for the outliners to get through. Actually, just a second. Let me just see options, audio. To change it very much. Oh well. Okay. I'm playing through it right now. I never finished it previously as I didn't enjoy it. I gave it a second chance and I'm really enjoying it this time round. I mean, I picked it up because it was highly recommended on PlayStation 4. So when I had a PlayStation 4, I figured it was one to get, and so I got the I forgot what they're called now, but the Legacy editions with the red labels, Player's Edition or something, Player's Choice or whatever. I like it. I think it's very good. I think it's well, interestingly, having gone back and played the Nathan Drake collection recently, I can now see where Naughty Dog's style of gameplay came from. And in that sense, I have a little bit more patience for it, I think. I think I know what you mean in terms of your first playthrough through. It feels a little bit languorous, a little bit slightly lost in itself, in its pacing. Whereas actually, the pacing is part of the joy of the game. So yeah, I'm about a third of the way through, and I may restart it, I think, with that context of having played now all 5 Nathan Drake games. Ah! Well, that was foolish. Foolish of me. How did we get over there? How do we get over there, I wonder? Maybe we go over here. Run, 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 run. That's what we want. Bug hunt. 10 out of 50. Achievement progress. Nice. Very irritating. Okay, let's go over here. Crouch. Oh, no. Yeah, but that bit of bug rolling past. There we go. It's nice also when that growling noise is no longer... Where's that light source coming from? Oh, from over there. Okay, guys, over there. Daddy needs to look inside the bad guy's little sniper nest. Shift is sprint. Ah, yes. Like boost in the car. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I did know that, but I had forgotten it. as well. So yeah, controls crouch, which I had not, definitely hadn't forgotten that. But it's always good to be reminded. Ah! The lighting in this as well, in this section here, with your torch on, is really very good. There's so much that the Source engine got right. Oh, stupid. Oh, explosive barrels. Oh no. Rats, rats, rats. Okay, I'm a bit disorientated now. Okay, calm down. Oh! I need to get my gun out. Don't I? There's someone back there. No. Who was shooting at me then? Oh, it doesn't matter. But yes, the lighting is excellent. Is it bad that the only Naughty Dog game I've made significant progress in is Crash Bandicoot Warped? Well, actually, I really enjoyed. I don't think that is bad, but I really enjoyed that in Nathan Drake 4, they have Crash Bandicoot as part of the experience.
Contact Status 0 with
When he's
Land
playing with the PlayStation at home.
1 and 3 in section. All units testing. Stabilization delegated. Move hard point.
I love the soldiers' chatter. It's fantastic. Oh, honestly.
Medical attention.
Yeah, that was rubbish of me.
Vital signs critical.
Can they make it up there without being... Yes! Good boys! And girls. There's probably boys and girls in the bugs. Ear protection must be worn in this area. Nice.
Noble Prospect Stabilization Force Directive 2. Engage reserve. Contain exogen incursion.
It's also funny, isn't it, at the moment when you go... Well, certainly just now when I popped to the shops, we're getting lots of these sorts of announcements on the tannoy, aren't we? You know, in compliance with government regulations, some products will be limited. For your safety, please stay 2 meters from other people at all times. This kind of thing. You played a bit of the first Uncharted on the Nathan Drake collection. You really should try and play all 3. They get better and better, definitely. I haven't even started playing the last of those, and don't even have the new God of War. Wow. Well, you're in for a real treat when you get them. God of War I saw today is down to £15. I think actually the Days Gone was £15 in the supermarket. Yeah, there is. Oh, rats! I shot my own bug. There is a meme, isn't there, about the a YouTube video about the so-called patient patient gamer, which is quite amusing. So I'm playing the first Assassin's Creed, blissfully unaware of all the DLC and DLC and microtransactions, etc. that are to come. I'm just going to rush this position, I think. Don't let them get the advantage. There we go. And yeah, if you can be patient, you can get some really good games for relatively little money. It's one of the great things, actually, I think probably about the PlayStation 4 is there's lots of quality games on it. Horizon Zero Dawn, I think, was £15 as well in Tesco. I knew that would happen. And I haven't even put Uncharted 4 anywhere near your PlayStation 4. Well, as I say, you're in for a treat, as and when you get to them. Goodness me, this is a turret section. There's a gun right here. Okay, guys. Right, I'm going to send you lot out here. How am I going to get past this section? I've only got 8 life. There must be some more life around. Rats. Unless I really do just storm it. Oh, there's a life box right there. We can do this. Okay, and remember, sprint. Sprint, I'm sure Becky's saying. Sprint, you idiot. You fool. Get away from the grenade. That didn't kill me. Hey. Oh no! Oh! That was rubbish! So rubbish! Okay. Sprint. You fool. Fly, you fool. Run, 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 run. Chuck a couple of doodles over there. Get out a decent gun. Life box. Yes. Only 4 life, but I'll take it. Thank you, guys. That was better. That was better. Take care, Mateo. Glad you had fun. It's always a pleasure. Still need 12 life. Let's see. No, no! Oh! I'm back here. We're gonna be having nightmares about this tonight. Hopefully, some life. Yeah, a little bit of life. A little bit of toast. Final prosecution, would you say? No, so anything up here might help me. Shotgun. No, none of them have lost. None of the soldiers dropped any health. Ratscallion. I'm quite sad when I play games in Bioshock. I like to look at the signs and everything in the area. Oh, I don't blame you at all. When they put details in games like signage, when they imagine or help you to imagine, in particular actually in Bioshock, how that world was before it went, went to hell, as it were. You would be surely remiss not to indulge in that, not to read everything in glorious life, not to try and understand the economy and so things like the docks that you come up to in Bioshock when I think it's near the fishing area. You end up in a refrigerated zone, and there's a whole stack of, when you first arrive, a whole stack of what's the word? Contraband material, stacks of Bibles in suitcases, etc. It's little details like that, along with, for example, signage, along with the fact that they had, was it Aphrodite's? I forgot what it's called. Oh, what's it called? Aphrodite's. Yeah, but the fact that they had all these zones and areas and like an economy and a moral code and a philosophy that was part of the reason for going down there in the first place, down to Rapture. It's just so delicious. You've got to. And actually, that's one of my favourite things about Half-Life, not Half-Life 2, Bioshock 2, is the special edition that I got not that long ago from Cash Converters. I was I can't remember if I actually put that in a video or not, but I did. Managed to get Bioshock 2 Cash Converters, and it came with the art book and I think some posters. So New Year's Eve posters and a vinyl. Pretty sure a vinyl soundtrack as well. It's been a little while since I've re-investigated that. But every time I go into Bioshock, every time I allow myself to really explore that world, and maybe that's the next game I should play. It should be Bioshock, maybe. But every time I do, I find myself really becoming obsessed with the game for a while, with the world of Bioshock, with the art and with the characters, and I'd say there's an element of as with all these experiences, a little bit of roleplay comes in, RPG or something. Not in the stats, but in the stats tradition, but in, just imagining living there. It's so delicious. Now then, I I'm a little bit stuck. I can't remember how I get up there. Oh, here's a ladder. Neptune's Bounty. Yeah, that's one. Neptune's Bounty. That's the place, isn't it? With the yes. Played Bioshock way too much. I'm more familiar with Rapture than my actual house. Well, it's the bathyspheres. It's the fact that they had a. They also had things like details like they have a. As you're walking around, it's clear that they have bulkhead doors that are designed to shut off if and when there's a flood in a part of the city. I love when you go down to the bowels of the city, not long before the big twist is revealed in Bioshock, and you're having this understanding of how the whole place works. Geothermal energy, and it's wonderful. It's a wonderful little world that they created. Okay, up here. Oop. And alley-oop. And alley-oop. Oh! Sorry. That was amazing! It just lunged at me. I got out of the way instinctively and it flew off into the sea. Oh. I could not have planned that. Oh, grenade. Okay, I'm going in. I'm going in! I have to say, the Bioshock release on Switch, I'm a bit disappointed in. I was very tempted to get it because, frankly, I've been wanting to get it on the PlayStation 4 for a while. The sort of the prettier version of the game. And I probably still will get the Switch version because it's still portable. But I'm just disappointed that they haven't introduced using gyro controls. Because in Doom, that is excellent. It had even the little splash like on the cartoons. It was brilliant. But in Doom, the gyro control is brilliant. Really, really fluid and smooth and cool. And they could have done that for Bioshock. Bioshock with motion controls, even more immersive. But they didn't. Sadly, they didn't incorporate the gyro, which sucks. Because if they incorporated it, it's not like you couldn't turn it off if you didn't like it, I didn't think this through. I'm talking. There we go. That's what we want. No, missed. Oh, can we get there? There we go. The antlions really are brilliant. I love the antlions when they're not trying to kill me. Yes, that's what we want. Bug hunt achieved. 50 kills with the antlions. I agree. And the thing is, I've been thinking of playing Bioshock on my for archaeology purposes on my ArchaeoSoup YouTube channel for a little while. I think it could be fun just to enjoy playing it here instead first. Oh, okay. A certain intensity I just wasn't ready for getting here, was I? I'm not quite with it today. Rocket launcher or grenade launcher. Oh, grenades. Let's see. Oh, there we go. There's a grenade. Cool. 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 Where's it gone? Where's it gone? I mean, maybe I shouldn't complain that I can't see the gunship. Oh! Oh, health machine, first aid. What game's been most interesting from an archaeology perspective? Ooh, that's interesting. So, do you know what? I think quite possibly, so far from a perspective of deconstructing the game in terms of archaeology, has been Zelda Breath of the Wild, actually, because it's clearly uses the story of landscape and ruins and so on and so forth to tell you a story that is there to be discovered. Okay. Let's see. I particularly like the way that it's possible in that game, archaeologically, to discover narratives that are going to be used actually in the new Breath of the Wild game, Breath of the Wild 2, the mysterious Zonai people. Are strongly hinted at archaeologically, and we actually picked up on that, or I picked up on that in the Archeo gaming videos, and it was confirmed when I finally got my hands on the book Creating a Hero, Lego Jurassic Park. But also, actually, to be fair, the Stanley Parable is an important one as well from that perspective, because the Stanley Parable really highlights some important things about the digital spaces that designers create, and the fact that actually they exist as artifacts, examinable things that humans have made, that is the stuff of archaeology. But also, unless they're interacted with, they kind of don't exist. Unless you move through a game. If I just stay here, the game ceases to have a function. It's just a simulation of one little corner of a world where everything would become quite farcical quite quickly. It becomes meaningless quite quickly unless you're playing it. And so actually that's really good, because the people who've done, or who've done and who are doing things like PhDs in archaeology computer gaming, and yes, it's a thing, they think that one of the benefits of archaeo gaming is as a test bed for testing real-world theory. How are you going to interact with new cultures? How do you know what you're looking at is what you think you're looking at? If there's no language, or if there's no, frankly, even if let's say you came across we're off-world and we come across a building on Mars, there needs to be ways of describing and thinking about these places that don't rely on just what we know from in terms of human behaviour, human archaeology. And so computer games are a really good way of testing the objectiveness of archaeological theory. But anyway, I'm rabbiting on now. I'll shut up about that. Playing Lego Jurassic World with my fiance at the moment. It's good fun. Oh, the Lego games have been amazing during this lockdown. My lovely wife and I, we have been utterly loving the Lego games, and especially now that she's a slightly more experienced console gamer. Not that she didn't have a console in her life as a child, but you know, when she first started playing, for example, Lego Indiana Jones with me, years ago now, years and years ago, something about the perspective, especially when it came to jumping, was very difficult for her, and it would frustrate her, and she would essentially give up after a relatively short while, which wasn't good for either of us, because I wanted her to enjoy gaming as much as me, you know, and also gaming. I wanted to be able to play games with her. But it was the later Lego games where the controls are a bit more refined, the gameplay mechanics are a bit more interesting. And actually, in the case of the Lego Harry Potter series, the story is something that she's familiar with, so she understands what each of the levels are trying to replicate and emulate. So she had immense fun with that, and we actually, I'll say but she was the driving force behind 100%ing the entire Lego Harry Potter saga. So we played the years 1 to 4, is it, and then 5 to 8, and she got 100% of both, which she loves. Oh, for goodness sake. And actually, on that front, there's the one man Arnie. Yeah. On that front, there's a whole series of games, videos, sorry, on YouTube from I can't quite remember the guy's name, but he's done a series of games where he plays, or rather, he's got his wife to play computer games as someone who'd never really been into them, and he's used that as an exercise in observing how computer games talk to us, and the you know, things like color and objective structure, etc., that we take for granted if we've been playing games for a long time. That's been a really good series to watch, and actually my wife has really enjoyed watching that and sort of saying, yeah, I think I agree, you know, or she can remember having some similar problems. And actually one of the main problems that comes out of those videos, and also that she agrees with, is that she always thought computer games would somehow be more, you know, would be better than they often were. So an example of that would be, you know, my wife is often disappointed when she can't pick everything up in a level, for example. You know, so when she's seen me, and she's also had a go on Zelda Breath of the Wild, and the amount of complex, you know, world building and physics engines and so on and so forth that are going in that game, as well as being able to pick up things and move them around, meant that when we were looking at, I don't know, even Red Dead Redemption 2, even that game, we'll get, you know, I'll be walking into a certain building in the game, and she'll be like, "Well, pick that up," and I go, "Oh, I can't. That's just part of the background. That's just set dressing." And somehow we know this as regular computer gamers, but it's not obvious to someone who doesn't, or who is still introducing herself in her case, to really, you know, in depth to the world of gaming. And I think that's really interesting. And I suppose it's because, you know, people spend so long hearing other people rabbit on about how amazing a computer game is. But if you think about it, GoldenEye is limited, for example. obviously graphically limited by today's standards, but as an experience back then, it was the sort of thing that I would rabbit on about. I would wax lyrical about the whole experience, the multiplayer aspects, so on and so forth. But it is basically just moving around with a gun in the middle of the screen in tunnels and in rooms. It's not actually that complicated. Of course, it is complicated, and it was very, it was groundbreaking in its time. But the amount of excitement that engenders in people who played the game at the time doesn't quite match up to the experience. You know, um, for someone who lives in the real world and who then goes, okay, well, show me this thing that you've been talking about for years. Show me how amazing it is. Speaking of which, I think I want to leave it here. Not only is it 5 o'clock, but also I really want to enjoy this prison section. I feel a little bit as though I got a little bit sidetracked in terms of actually playing properly back there. But that's only because I wasn't really focusing. So I think, if it's okay, I'm going to leave it there for today, and we'll play the prison properly next time. Nova Prospect is going to be in part 5, I think. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for turning up. Thank you for being with me today. It's been really fun, and also actually, it's been a nice break from some of the stuff I've been doing for work, because at the moment in the realm of oh god, save again. In the realm of archaeology and history, there's some shit is going down, shall we say? And so the debates and discussions online have been very serious, and so it's been really nice to just enjoy Half-Life 2. Thanks. Well, thank you for turning up, Beck. I'm glad the stream was fun. And as ever, guys, until next time, do take care and be good to each other, because that's definitely what we need at the moment, isn't it? Just more people being good to each other.